Hello friends, welcome back to Bucket List Homestead. And yes, I am outside. It is glorious today. We actually are breaking records like crazy here in Eastern Ontario. We are having July weather. It is very warm. It actually does feel like July. On the other side of the house, it is hot. That's where all the sun is. So I've set up my seed starting station outside today because it is just too nice to do this inside. These will be going back into the house because next week reality kicks in and it's a little bit cooler again. So we're definitely not planting anything outside, but I do have more seeds I need to start according to my handy dandy chart I did back in January. This is almost the last of the seed starting. Anything else I will be doing directly into the ground. So let's get started. I've already organized a little bit. This helps. I have all my, Grace helped me write out all my tags earlier. I have my seeds right here, and I'm just using the top of a seed starting tray that I'm going to be planting today. And I'm counting this as my first gardening outside video of 2023. So we're going to get started with cilantro. And I think I have more of my black trays are down in my barn. That's what we call our barn right there. It keeps all our chicken supplies and things in, my planting supplies. But for now, I'm just going to use some cardboard I have. Because I'm going to be honest with you. There might be some mice in there, and I'm not a big fan of the mice. So I might be waiting until David comes home. I already checked my shed, my garden shed. There's no more. I might have used them all already, but I'm pretty sure I have a few more. So I even have laundry online today. Look at that. Woohoo! Can you see? Laundry blowing in the wind. I can't. That's pretty cool to be able to start hanging laundry outside instead of in my house. So, okay, I'm just going to get, so I sterilized this dirt earlier and just let it cool down a bit while I did some other things. I edited a bunch of videos for you all, so there'll be some more videos coming out. And let's get started. Let's get our hands dirty. And I just realized I left my rings on. Not the greatest idea to put them in my pocket, but that's where they're going. Set this down here for now. As I said, I am doing cilantro. That will give me 12 cilantro plants for now, and I plan on growing some more late summer-ish, very late summer, for fall harvest. Also. Okay, so I'm just going to cover these back up a bit. And look at that, we have cilantro done already. And because I can't remember, I shared with you all that I got the seed starting chart from Living Traditions Homestead. It was like $2. I recommend it. I will leave the link for their Etsy shop for this down in the description below. Don't think they need a heat mat, but I think they might need lights. So I'm just going to look up cilantro. Cilantro. Oh, they're saying direct sow. Don't even start it early. I'm trying something different this year. I'm starting it early, but I am directing sow some of it too. Doesn't need a heat mat. Okay, so we're good on the cilantro. So I'm just going to check off that I planted it. And the soil's pretty moist, so I'm not worrying about watering it. Next, let's do calendula next. Probably one of my all-time favorite herbs. I'm hoping you all can see that. Do you see Miss Lily here? Even she's enjoying this gorgeous day. Pug was in the sun earlier. I have sun worshipping dogs. They're definitely my dogs. So for my calendula, I'm going to plant 8 pots worth. Just like I said, it's one of my favorites. The bees certainly love it. The butterflies loved it last year. And I like making lotions and things out of it. And it's just beautiful flower to have in your garden. Pollinators. So I'm probably planting way too many per cup, but that's okay. I will. There it is. Okay, another thing checked off our list, calendula. Next on my list, this is new to me this year. This is from My Gardener. It's marshmallow. I mean, how beautiful is this? And this is the one that's been in my refrigerator for a month because it needed to cold stratify for 30 days. Some seeds do need cold stratification. This is the only thing I'm planting this year that needed it. And it will tell you on your package, I hope you can see that, if you need to cold stratify or not. So this is before the ground freezes, and when you harvest the roots, you replant the crown of the plant to overwinter for next season. So I'm not planting all of them because there are 50 seeds in here, and they are, of course, as usual, insanely small. So I'm going to do my best to just get a couple, and I'm just going to plant 4 pots worth, and we will see how they do. And if they do well, then next year I will plant some more and overwinter them. But we'll see how it goes here. And yes, they do use the root of this plant to make marshmallow. Okay, so small. I'm sure I lost some. And there we go. Marshmallow's done. Also doesn't need a heat mat or a light, so just so you know. All right, next thing on our list, we are going to do lemon mint. This is also new to me. Again, look at the beautiful flowers, but y'all know I love my herb garden. Herbs are my favorite thing in the world to grow. I love them. I use them in so many things. Big truck going by. So I have some new herbs I'm trying this year to grow, and this is one of them. Again, from My Gardener. And they do smell. I love how herb seeds smell, like the cilantro smells like cilantro. And these need full sun. Yep. So again, insanely tiny seeds. So I'm only gonna do a couple. Just putting my mint said I didn't need a heat mat according to that chart I bought, and it was doing nothing. It was like 3 days past the date, should have been doing germinating. So I put it on a heat mat. Within 3 days, it all germinated. So this lemon mat is going to go on a heat mat. Lemon mat. This lemon mint is going to go on a heat mat too. So yeah, maybe some things work for some people, but I just found it, maybe my house is too cool at night for it, but the heat mat worked like a charm. So lemon mint is going on a heat mat, and they're checked off. My next ones I'm planting, I've struggled with in the past, but I'm not giving up, is rosemary. Last year I didn't even start from seed. I bought a plant that was already growing, and it did well. I managed to get quite a bit off of it, but nowhere near what I needed because silly me only got the one plant. So I'm going to plant 3 plants worth, and again, insanely tiny seeds, and just hope maybe, I'll maybe get 6 plants out of it. And these are from Gaia Organic Seeds. I love this company. They are amazing. I had such good luck with all their seeds last year. They're very reasonable, and they're a Canadian company here in Ontario, and they're going to be at the Eastern Ontario Homesteaders Conference in May. So I am so excited for the conference to see my friends. All my friends from YouTube who have become more than YouTube friends. They're now good friends. Might even say family. So I'm very happy. I'll be so excited to see them. And I have some surprises for all of them. So, okay. So we have rosemary planted. And I'm going to see what Living Tradition recommends for rosemary. Doesn't need a heat light, but it does need light. So I'm not going to cover those with soil, and we're going to put our stick in them. So rosemary needs light. I just write that on here to remind myself when I go back into the house. So, okay. Next ones up are from my friend Mary Lynn at Little Homestead on the Beach. Long keeper tomatoes. Do you know that Mary Lynn harvested her last long keeper tomato around October of last year, and she just ate the last of them this past weekend? And she said they were amazing. So I'm determined to do better with these last year. Last year, mine did not do good. Did not do well at all. I harvested them, my last couple that made it. Oh, I want to say September-ish maybe, closer to October. And they were gone by December. They did not do well. They had blemishes on them, so I pretty much knew they weren't gonna, but I had some hope. So, Mary Lynn, I hope that I have much more success this year with these, and thank you for sending me some of your seeds. She is like the long keeper queen. And I'm planting all of them, so let's hope they work. That's all of them. So we're gonna do two. Oh, I need to get a couple more pots. 2. Perfect. And 2. Oh, that one had 3. That's okay. And there we go. Long keeper tomatoes. Next up is asters. These are new to me to grow this year. I'm running out of plant pot, so I have one big pot here, and I'm just gonna put this whole package. There's not a whole lot of seeds in here, and the other package I'm gonna direct sow. They're gorgeous, and that's gonna be going into my new flower bed as part of the new design for the garden. There's nothing on Living Traditions about them, so I guess I'm going to have to go do a little sleuthing and see, because nothing on the package tells me anything. So about when to start, it just tells how far apart to put them. It doesn't even tell you when to start them. So these are asters, and I'm going to assume they need light to germinate, but I'll look it up for sure. So I have 2 plant pots left. I know I have more somewhere. This is my other new herb to me this year, fenugreek. It's actually an edible green. It's used in a lot of Indian cooking because it has a strong curry taste. I know in some countries fenugreek seeds are used like coffee. The caramel maple scent and flavor make a delightful addition to teas and baking. So that's what I'm looking forward to it for. I know it has a lot of health benefits too. And again, am I gardener? And I'm sure these are very tiny seeds. Oh no, they're a little bit bigger than I thought they'd be. So because I only have 2 plant pots, I'm going to do something I probably shouldn't. I'm going to put 4 per pot. And then by the time they need to be up potted, I will have all more of my pots out. Let's see what he says. That's one thing I like about M.I. Gardener. I find his directions and information on his packages are fabulous. Direct sow after last frost, so they need full sun. I think I will probably direct sow some of them. And we are done. The asters are done, and the fenugreek. And I really only have just my pumpkins, which I don't even start them for almost April 30th and May 1st. And the cantaloupes. Oh, and my morning glories, but they are soaking right now. I soak my morning glories for 24 hours. They'll get a little tail on them. I'm starting them inside this year. I never do that. I usually direct sow. The last couple of years hasn't been so great. So I am going to try doing the indoor stage and see if that helps. I hope it does. Chickens are being noisy this morning. So, okay, I'm going to clean up a little bit. We're going to go put these all in, and then I'll give you a tour of how the seedlings are looking in the house. Okay, we got them all back in the house, and I'll start over here. Up here, I have my oregano. It just germinated. Don't think you can see it with the light. Let's see if I can turn my light off real quick. Oh, there they are. So that's all my Greek oregano. I use a lot of oregano, so yes, I grow a lot of it. And I have a patch that comes back every year too. So that's up there. Down here, we have baby Roma tomato plants that are looking wonderful. I potted them about 2 weeks ago. We have some sage here that's looking great. Pink celery. I've replanted this a couple of times. Some of them have done well, some of them not so well. This is echinacea, who is doing beautifully. There's their little plant. So I have a few echinacea plants, more sage. This is the rosemary. Does not need a heat mat, but does need light to germinate. Asters do not need a heat mat, but they need light. So they're under there. Down here, under these blue lights again, we have more baby Roma tomatoes. Those I am doing for sale. So all those are baby Romas. Over here, see if I can turn off the blue light. That's not that one. Oh my gosh. Okay, now the light's off, you can see better. Over here, lots of sweet basil, which I'll have to pot soon. And here is my lemon balm. And here is columbine flowers. These have been struggling a bit. Hopefully they're starting to come back. And I'm going to turn my light back on. In the past, I've just bought columbine flowers already started, but they were pretty pricey last year. And I'd like to have several of them, so I'm trying from home. But they're not doing so great for me, but they're coming back. So, okay, I'm going to show you. Over here is my loofah. So, as you can see, I put these little sticks in, but I'm going to have to make the sticks longer because they are outgrowing their sticks, and they've actually already had male flowers come out on a lot of them that I have picked off, because you want to pick off the male flower so the female flower can come out, because she's who's going to give us the loofahs. I've lost a lot, as you can see. I left that one here if I could show you. I've lost a lot of loofah over the last couple of weeks, but I planted a lot, so I myself only want to plant maybe 4 for myself. The rest will be for sale. Down here are orange peppers that I potted about a week ago. They're doing great. And down there is more orange peppers that I potted a week ago. I put those peppers over there because I've run out of lights. I really didn't think I was going to have to buy any more, and I bought a set of 2 this year, and I'm going to need more. So I'm on the hunt for some more. Okay, my last ones I can show you are, so I have a couple of loofah over here that weren't doing so good. So I put them over here under this light, and they seem to be bouncing back a little bit. So hopefully, marigolds, which are doing well. This is my mint. I just took it off the heat mat actually because it had sprouted. And like I said, it's according to the chart, it says not to use a heat mat, but I did. I believe this is more pink celery that I replanted that has started to sprout. This is, what is this? Lemon basil. And that was from a subscriber who sent me those in our seed challenge. And in here I have the rest of the mint that hasn't germinated, and I also put the lemon mint in here and the fenugreek because it needs a heat mat, which is what this is right here, and a light. So those are up there. Up here is more echinacea, and oh, what else did I just put up there? Here with more echinacea is longkeeper tomatoes. They're on a heat mat but no light. And over here is the marshmallow. No heat mat, no light. And then down here is cilantro and calendula. Pretty sad. I just put it all under there and just planted them all, and I've already forgotten. So, oh, and I think and this is more, I think these are the red, nope, more orange bell peppers, more loofah, who I moved over here because when I had to pot them, they're looking pretty good. I watered everybody last night. Here's red bell peppers, red onions, and I think that's everything. I have found that this year I am watering more than I ever did. I don't know if my house is just drier than it was in the past, but it is like super, super dry. And I hate drying as often as I am because it makes me feel like I'm overwatering them, but they weren't looking so great. So I gave them all good, and I just watered like 3 days ago. I know being under the heat lamp is hot, but still. So I gave everybody a good watering last night. That takes forever. But so, we are coming along with the garden for 2023. I can't wait to plant it all. I have, like I said, just 1 or 2 more things I have to start inside, which is why I need heat lamps, because I do have 2 empty shelves there, and that will be needing a light eventually, and the things up here will be needing a light, plus a few more things I'm planting. So I do definitely need, I hate to say it, but it's 3 more light sets. Yay. I'm hoping they're going to be okay. They're not under any lights, but they're getting a lot of light from that window, so I hope they're going to be all right. If they're not looking so great, I'll move them under a light somehow. So there we go, friends. We are so close to putting all this into the ground. We have we're about 4 weeks out to our last frost date. I still won't necessarily, I'll start hardening off after our last frost date. I actually won't put anything into the ground. Well, I can't until our garden's built. I won't put anything into the ground until our long weekend here in May. So, till then, folks, take care, God bless, and happy planting.